Valley takes Galtero's hand and leads him upstairs. They go to room number 27 at the end of the hall. The room is large, with a king-size bed in the center. One of the walls is a full mirror equipped with a curtain in case the customer isn't a fan of watching. There is a recliner present and a restroom. Valley leads Galtero to the recliner.
You're here now. Throw yourself into it.
Valley tears the sheet from the bed and wraps herself. She begins to move slowly, rhythmically, only her face visible. There's something about this lovely woman and her beautiful form, cloaked from head to toe, writhing oh so slowly, swaying like a snake charmer on a cool autumn day. One moment, Galtero was almost wanting to fall asleep, and the next his dong hadn't been so hard in ages. Galtero rises drunkenly and tries to fall on top of the wriggling beauty beneath the sheet. Valley uses her foot to mush him in the chest, thwarting his move. Galtero's eyes open up like saucers as he crumbles into the recliner and stays motionless, transfixed. Cut 2, interior orange swallow compound. Night. Gunnar is standing in front of the stage cutting loose. He is waving his arms, bobbing his head, and encouraging the Latina on stage. His button-up shirt is halfway undone thanks to the waitress that delivered his third tequila bomb. Thad is still seated, smiling with a young lady trying to tempt him into paying for a lap dance. Thad kindly rejects the offer. She doubles down her attempt and bends over in front of him, shimmying and shaking. Cut 2, interior orange swallow com. Night. Cess and Big Dog are enjoying drinks, all smiles talking with the same group of waitresses. Cut 2, interior room 27. Valley has worked her way out of the sheet and managed to keep Galtero entertained. But a lull is starting to set in, and the beginning stages of panic are crawling up her belly.
My God, is Ike waiting for him to fuck me?
Just as this cry leaves the chamber of Valley's thoughts, Galtero springs out of the recliner and pounces on her. He is drooling.
No.
Valley thrashes free of Galtero's grip. He hangs onto her bra and it snaps off. She kicks Galtero in the chest. His body tumbles back, arms flailing, and collapses into the recliner. We go into slow motion as Valley opens the door and streaks away towards the fun room.
Fucking bitch!
Cut 2. Interior, the fun room night. We see a slow motion close-up of Thad. His smile dissolves into a confused sneer. Valley has terror stenciled on her face. Her eyes are wild with panic. Her breasts are heaving. The loud music is blaring, and the people around her are oblivious to the drama unfolding. Valley pauses, attempting to spot her crew, and Galtero catches up, snatching her neck.
I'm gonna fuck you good in the ass, bitch.
Thad comes running up and thunder punches Galtero's head. Galtero drops to the floor out cold. Thad takes off his shirt and gives it to Valley. One of the coyotes sees his leader's body on the floor and starts howling. From a bird's eye view, we see the 14 Coyote Clique members howling / charging Thad and Valley from all directions. Big Dog, Cess, Hunter, and Gunnar spring into action. Thad surges towards 2 oncoming coyotes and drop kicks one, sending him flying backwards. A deadly accurate punch sinks into the second coyote's liver. The man would have cried out had he any air. Instead, a tragedy mask reveals itself on his face. He drops like a stone. We see Hunter double-leg scoop a coyote, hoist him up, and power slam him on his head. He cracks another coyote in the jaw with a roundhouse kick. Big Dog, Cess, and Gunnar are all smashing coyotes as well. Galtero picks himself up. There is chaos all around him, so he falls into his natural instinct. Retreat. Galtero starts howling. It is a distinct sound that his crew recognize as a sign to flee. As the coyote clique scrambles toward the exit, the stat team led by Ike burst into the room. They are all wearing masks and toting assault rifles. The bystanders line up against the walls without being told to do so. They don't even want to breathe wrong. No convict in the room has held a firearm since being sentenced to Malikona State Prison. Ike and the stat team lead the coyotes out of the Orange Swallow at gunpoint. Dissolve 2, exterior Orange Swallow compound, parking lot night. We see Ike marching behind Galturo. He whispers,
You really fucked up this time, Holmes. The left hand is furious.
Galtero recognizes Ike's voice.
Hey, wait a minute. Shut the fuck up.
Galtero complies. We swoop into the air and witness Ike command the coyote clique to enter the Sprinter van that he and the Tyros arrived in. The van's 15-seat capacity is nearly filled with coyotes. Ike instructs Galtero to take the driver's seat. He hands over the keys. Galtero is dumbstruck.
We're giving you a 180-second head start, Galtero.
Ike exclaims in a hushed, jubilant tone.
The left hand says you disappointed him, but he likes you and your coyotes. We're only going to hunt you for 4 hours. Just a quick game of hide and go seek. If you can avoid us, you live to see another day.
Galtero's heart palpitates. He slicks his tongue over dry lips. 3 minutes is an eternity for him, although some of his coyotes might fall, but no matter. There's always more guys to fill those shoes. Galtero's poker face is world-class, but his eyes are smiling. Ike turns and walks to his group. Galtero starts the van and it leaps away from the curb. The vehicle gets 60 yards down the road and it jerks to a halt. Galtero rolls his window down.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
Ike raises his arm like he's holding a torch and shakes his fist. He's holding a gadget with a flashing green button on the tip. Galtero shrieks as reality floods him in waves. There won't be a 3-minute head start after all. He struggles with the door, as do the coyotes sitting behind him.
I just did what?
Ike strikes the green button and the van explodes. The vehicle blows 10 feet into the air, roof cartwheeling into the night sky. Several torsos and limbs cascade upon the road like meaty chunks of confetti. Gunner burst out laughing. Ironically, the kid sounds like a hyena. Some of the stat team cheer like children at a fireworks celebration. Ike Salzen's blazing eyes are framed in black, taking in the carnage, pleased, drunk with power. Interior Stat Garden Hotel, Thad's room, 2 hours later. We see an alarm clock reading 2:15 a.m. Thad steps from the bathroom shower fresh. He is clad in a white t-shirt and green pajama bottoms with a stat crest embroidered on them. He uses a towel to dry his inner ears, then chucks it onto the bathroom floor. A knock on the door interrupts his progress to the bed. Thad looks through the peek hole and sees Valley staring up at him.
Hi, come in.
Valley is wearing a form-fitting white top and green pajama bottoms. She clamps her hands together and enters the room. She floats over to the bed and sits on it.
Thank you, Thaddeus.
Valley's face dissolves into tears. Thad goes to Valley and smothers her in his embrace. They hug for what seems like an eternity, and Valley reaches up to kiss Thad. He returns her kiss, and soon both are caught up in each other.
Make love to me, please.
A piece of Thad wants to deny her request. The circumstances are not to his liking, yet the look she gives him seals the deal. Her eyes are that of a woman trapped inside a deep well, desperate for a rope to climb up. Thad kisses her slow, tender, and with intent. He is 30 years old and has never had a serious girlfriend. If he were honest with himself, It has everything to do with his mother's murder. Yet, here he is wanting to protect this woman, wanting her to make it back to the world in one piece. The feeling on Valley's end is reciprocated, and they proceed to have the best sex either of them has ever experienced. Cut to Interior Stat Garden Hotel, Thad's room, 10 a.m. Thad wakes up and looks around for his bed partner, but she is gone. He rolls out of bed and heads to the restroom. The shower turns on. Cut to Interior Malikonan.